perb counter to Medusa. You couldn't do anything. Do you think it's still the thing?
It's pretty good, yeah.
The trouble is, it's just not a very good hero right now in the meta.
It's not very good. That is correct.
Still think it's viable. I don't think it's
Yeah.
or that 1 second blink, or 2 seconds. Is it 2 seconds?
-2 now.
Yeah,
I
but
believe.
he gets on the talent. He gets reduction, right?
2 seconds.
It hurts him a lot actually to farm once you get a Valkyrie, and if you're kind of underleveled until you get to that talent.
Yeah, they switched the tiers, I believe. It's a 20 instead of 15.
Yeah.
So by that time, you're not farming anymore. Anyways, Mineski. Start off with something different. The Ogre, which they've had some struggles finding position 5s for Ninja Boogie. I think they've experimented a bit with Breaker. We saw the Undying that was like not even in the game. Last game, Ogre is a nice and steady position 5 that you mentioned. You mentioned Shadow Demon, Bane, and Ogre. 2 of them banned out. One of the ones that don't need any items. Pair well with mostly anything. And the Ventral Spirit from Mushi, which I think...
Which was banned, by the way.
Yep, it was banned in
was
later
the
phases.
banned rather than the Earth Spirit. That was the difference in the bans.
It's one of his better heroes, and I think is also much more flexible too as a hero. Like you can do a lot more things with it. I think Medusa is like, you passively farm up Ancients and then get big. That's about it. But Medusa's been banned out.
Yeah, they didn't like it.
PL ban.
If it was any other hero than Medusa, I think they would just finish the game 20 minutes earlier, to be honest.
Yep.
Pretty impossible to siege high ground against Medusa.
Oh man, Medusa when there were shrines. Oh, shrines and base. That was awful. It was miserable to play against.
Sniper being banned. Yes, I mentioned because they don't want Ninja Boogie, Nana to get hurt in the mid lane, and he played it a couple of times as well.
Mm-hmm. And we didn't like the first phase puck that we saw from Mineski.
Yep.
Like if they want it, they can get it later. But we're really a big fan of the more scaling mids, as far as their playstyle goes.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a shame because it's one of his signature heroes as well.
Yeah, I mean it's good, but not in every lineup.
ViCi Gaming still loves to play that DP. It's one of their signature heroes, and they play pretty good with it. So if Mineski doesn't pick it, I think Vici is just going to go for it. A lot of team fight potential with just the Tide and the DP. It doesn't matter that they have 2 big ulti cooldowns. They just play around them. And it's a lot of minus armor from Slaughter and DP ulti, a lot of synergy.
And protection with the Tide. It's always pretty good. Not too worried if she gets swapped in, which is sometimes a little bit problematic. On the side of Mineski, looking at what heroes that synergize with Ogre.
Oh, Venge with Mask of Madness and Bloodlust. That's pretty insane already.
Minus armor, though. Do you really want Mask versus all this minus armor? I'm always a little bit skeptical when I see that. You farm a lot, but then if you don't disassemble it into,
What do you think about oh, look at this face.
Ogre. We're all playing Ogre.
He's going to play Ogre, right?
This is how you Ogre, guys. Auto cast Bloodlust and run around.
Unfortunately, that's turning up on Reddit as a GIF, isn't it?
Mineski banned out Storm. Maybe it's they could sneak in the Tinker Pick, huh?
Perhaps.
I mean, Spirit Breaker is not banned, but they already have a Slaughter.
Clock 4. Ugh, yuck.
Double
they don't
mini
have
support.
Slaughter. Yeah. Nyx also couldn't fit in. Have you seen one Slaughter? Do you like one Slaughter?
No.
Okay.
Complexity played it, and he got 9-minute blink, and then got what? AA. Okay, so he had a 9-minute blink and then 21-minute Staff of Wizardry because he couldn't find any openings. But I don't love it because you go for Mask of Madness to increase your farm, and then you have -7 armor plus a sprint.
Oh, you can just go armlet.
I don't know.
You just don't like a hero.
You can just get a Sven if you want.
I mean, but what if you wanted a different position 4 and you need a Slaughter to go somewhere else? No.
What do you think the reason
for the AA pick?
Yeah.
I am actually not sure about that. I thought that if anyone would have picked it, would have been Mineski, maybe anticipating a Death Prophet pick, or just having more team fight. But I don't know.
AA with Urn, and then upgrades it to Spirit Vessel. Nice.
Nice.
Radiant team pick. Dire team.
Well, it was called.
Clock on their side.
Back on the ViCi side.
They might go for the
Not
rocket.
quite what we thought.
Rocket build, Clock, Tinker. Maybe that's the reason why they banned Storm, picked Clock themselves. I don't know, against the Puck, might be a bad idea though.
10 seconds remaining.
Still doable. I think it's good versus their sort of style too.
5
Especially if you have a
seconds
puck mid.
remaining.
I don't think you're worried about taking it late versus Mineski. They're setting up for it at least.
Well, the Clockwork is really good against Slaughter and AA. Both of them don't have any escape mechanism once you catch them in cogs. It's a pretty secure kill.
Keeper, interesting. Why Keeper?
That's the first
I have
pick for
no
this
idea
tournament,
why
by
you
the
would
way.
pick Keeper here.
That's the first pick for the entire tournament.
10 seconds remaining.
It's the 96th hero picked or banned.
5 seconds remaining.
Maybe you're just trying to stall the 5-man because you're not getting value out of the Ags Luminate because there's already AA in the game. There's not like a great lane for Keeper Clock. I guess it's an okay off lane, but it's not. I'm sure there's better options. Keeper Venge also not amazing.
The
Dire
Keepers
team
look so
back.
squishy though.
Yeah, I could see Puck having a field day here. There's very little way to lock down the Puck or catch him. All high cast point stuns or travel time. No silences.
There's a poke.
10 seconds remaining.
I mean, they have last pick.
5 seconds remaining.
I think you could counter Meepo. Have we even seen Meepo? Is Meepo even good?
Nope.
But why would you pick
What?
Keeper with Meepo anyways?
Yeah, that's a bit weird, wouldn't
But why Keeper?
Why is Meepo nerfed? So much questions, not enough answers.
it?
Tell us, all-knowing Lacoste.
I don't know. I'm confused by the Keeper of the
I
Light
have
pick.
no
I
idea.
didn't expect it.
Dire team pick.
They are too, though.
Spectre ban? Could it still be Tinker? It's pretty good. He's another Tinker counter, although not as hard as some of the others. But still, why Keeper? Just delay? Delay against a 5-man? That's
Delay
like
and then what? You don't have a.
you don't have. I mean, you have
have-
Venge. It's
yeah.
okay.
I'm
Yeah,
feeling
but
the cheese.
The rest of the team, they still need a good scaling hero into a late game. Nice. Cogs, Shadow Fiend.
SF Venge, classic combo. The minus armor.
Ah.
Maybe you can chakra for a double raise. Wow. Wow.
You get that's it.
Blew my mind. And then you'll have 4 of the debuffs on them.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Ben's excited now.
Amazing.
5 seconds.
Maybe you get level 1 chakra so you can cog more so you can get more souls at the start. Wow.
Okay, we need to stop. This is getting out of control.
Yeah, Ben's lost it now. He's just out on his own.
Amazing. Position 1. I like Jugger here.
The
Jug seems
Jug.
pretty good. Lifestealer.
Lifestealer. Yeah, I was thinking about Lifestealer.
He's dude versus Venge and Clock. It sounds pretty terrible. I way prefer Jug. Jug. I think you want one of those two because Blinding Light and Mana Leak are really annoying if you don't have built-in magic immunity. Super annoying.
What about Anti-Mage this game?
Anti-Mage I could also see working, but I think he struggles versus a lot of heavy physical. Although I don't really think I don't think they can catch him.
Yeah, that's why it's going to be a good puck game. Get
Yeah.
one more that scales well into the late game.
Either or. I'm down with both. Were they really scared of Spectre? Was the Spectre ban necessary? I thought if they picked Tinker it would make sense, but they didn't. So that's why I'm like, okay, why Spectre ban?
Maybe they were just thinking they don't want to waste extra time. Just ban Spectre in case.
I
Ooh, a Morphling. Wow.
Seems pretty good. I think I like the Morphling with Venge too. You can like get the aura, stun some people, and then turn back pretty quickly. I think Morphling also, like we mentioned, there's no catch. If they want to go for a split pusher like AM or Morphling, there's very little way for to deal with them. Clockwork is not good enough to deal with these sort of heroes. But I think
Certainly not both.
their 5-man's a lot stronger than before.
Okay.
Mineski's?
Stronger than last game, relative.
Well, yeah, but it's still ViCi Gaming with Tidehunter. I don't think they can
Yeah.
5-man into that.
But it's better than last game.
It's better, yeah, overall. But seems like ViCi's lineup one more time more complex than the Mineski's one.
More complex. Wow. I've never seen that as a reason for picking a team.
All right. I think we've got our view here. It looks like it's going to be a 2-0 as far as the experts are concerned, but they don't decide victories. It's all decided in the battle of the heat of the moment in the arena. So let's head back to our commentary team.
You know, Black, there was one hero that you were really talking about when we were preparing for this event that I found was really interesting in the patch. It was Morphling, and we see a Morphling.
Yeah, very happy to see it. Though I'm not entirely sure how good he is against that lineup. I guess I will be educated at the end of this game. Mineski's lineup, though. Let's talk about that.
Okay, let's talk about Mineski's. You have some opinions.
Right, when you pick a Coddle Clock Ogre like that, usually what you want to have is like a super hard carry, which SF is not. SF is like more of a mid-game, late mid-game kind of carry-ish
Agree with
hero.
you there? Yeah.
So if Mineski doesn't get out of lane, like with a really big advantage, this game is gonna get very hard for them.
I will say Shadow Fiend has, I mean, you know Shadow Fiend, right? But I will say that the talents do allow for him to carry more than before, right? Like, so he is technically a little bit scarier of a late game carry. But so are you valuing that? I assume, but you still don't feel like that.
I
really
think
makes
what you're
some
saying is completely
sense.
right, but they have like so much team fight, they have so much control for this SF, and if this Venge doesn't get a good game, it's gonna be all on SF. It's gonna be all on SF, and he can't 1v5 like carry them like that. And they're actually avoiding the Coddle Clock lane, which I think is really smart.
Yeah,
they're putting the Tidehunter against it.
I was going to say, you saw right there, Paparazzi. He's at the top lane. Going to be playing up there with the Ancient Apparition. So I'm just super excited we're going to see the Morphling. But something else worth pointing out, the Clockwork Shadow Fiend synergy they were doing at the beginning of the game right there. Shadow Fiend, I'm not sure how many souls he got.
15.
But did he get 15? Okay, that's a good number, right? Like
15 is like pretty much as much as you can get without losing anything.
Pretty much perfect.
And now look at his damage. It's like 80 damage, 78 damage. Have fun lasting against that.
Yeah. And it's a tough time. Look at all three lanes now. You mentioned Tidehunter at the bottom lane, matched up against the Vengeful Spirit down there, as well as the Coddle.
They actually also lane swapped. They want to have the clock against the Morphling, I assume. And Coddle should be making his way up there relatively soon.
Yeah. Ooh, top lane. Clockwork, he's taking a good amount of pressure up there, which essentially is a tri-lane, but
they just want to secure the Morphling farm. Because that's going to be the most crucial in this game. Puck is a very self-sustainable hero. Although he will have problems against this SF. 18 souls already. Nice race dodge.
So when it comes to the matchup here, you think it's safe to say, specifically because of the Clockwork idea with the killing the cogs, that's going to give Shadow Fiend a huge advantage?
I personally played this matchup too. It was me against Sumail, and Sumail is like way better than me in mid lane.
He's pretty good, yeah.
So, and I completely dominated him too. So,
so you gauge that, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that
that's fair.
That Moon is also going to dominate this lane pretty easily.
Bottom, he already took the magic missile right there.
Kraken Shell.
No Fire Blast.
He actually used his Flask already as well. So they burned through that, and now he has to sit back and reach through tangos, which is going to take a while.
He had 8 tangos on him, so he does have plenty to work with. Top lane, Ice. This could be first blood potential. The Cold Feet going to be proccing, no doubt. And Fenrir actually credit for the kill. You gotta. Is that a mistake of sorts? I mean, Morphling was there. That was an easy kill.
Well, he didn't really want to take it. It was more like the Cold Feet tick damage that killed it.
Maybe that did, okay.
Yeah. I'm sure they wanted to give it to the Morph, but you know, now you get like free wards, smokes, sentry wards, all that kind of stuff. So,
yes.
So it's not terrible.
Nana, he's going for the Abyss.
He's in trouble.
I don't get it, you don't get it, but yeah, is he in trouble now? The taunt's coming out. Lan M running in, Crush. It's going to be out of range, or he just didn't feel comfortable casting it and walks away.
It was a slight misplay from the Puck because he could have body blocked him a bit, and SF would have died there for sure.
Okay. Does not do that, so Shadow Fiend walks back. And he's going to be fine for now.
Continuing to try lane top though. I think it's really important that they do that because this Morphling needs to be big. It's basically their whole game plan that this Morphling gets big. Puck is built around it, as well as the Tidehunter. They will be sacrificed, but they don't really need too many items.
So let's talk more about Morphling here. So I mentioned at the beginning of the cast there that this is a hero that you really liked about this patch that was being underused. We have seen it a couple times. Most noticeably, it was the group stage of day 2 where we saw that it was the whole Morphling taking over his tiny teammate. It was CTY, I believe, for Secret. He takes over his tiny teammate, gets that splash as a result of that, and that crazy damage. What's the synergy here this game? Is there something that really stands out to you? I believe I heard Mineski talking about the vengeful spirit on the other side.
Yeah,
but
he could take over the Venge, but it's like... It would make more sense if it was the previous patch.
they're going at it, man. Toe-to-toe. Slaughter's going to end up losing that battle. Ninja Boogie goes down in response, though, so it is a 1-for-1. Although Ori got credit for the kill where Ninja Boogie got credit himself.
Yeah.
Dodge. Nope. Nice raise cancel. Support's going down middle, though.
Yeah, but as I was saying, I think the old Venge, I mean, the old Morphling was way better to take over Venge because it would take his aura.
Okay.
But now it's kind of like... Well, nothing really will happen there. I guess it's still strong because it's the main attribute agility and you still get the aura, but...
Radiant's bottom tower.
Yeah,
It's not the tiny synergy. It's not the, something that really stands out here.
It's nothing like really amazing. Maybe take the Ogre Bloodlust yourself or something like that. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, I guess that's something. Yeah, well, it's one of those, we're going to have to wait and see, because obviously ViCi Gaming, very experienced team, Paparazzi, arguably one of the best carry players out there. Something tells me they know what they're doing, right? Like this isn't...
He can also take his teammates for mobility, though. Let's say he takes a puck, he can orb, he takes a slaughter, he can splint through the river.
There doesn't have to be that one hero is what you're getting at. It's like situational.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think there's nothing like super amazing here, but definitely a lot of stuff you can use. Of course, he has 9 heroes you can choose from.
Yeah.
Potentially, and...
Bottom. Young 11 dead. This time he's living life a little bit too much on the edge. Anchor Smash not going to save a nice job with the Illuminati.
Yep.
AKA Illuminate. I know, guys. Calm down. Jabs. Credit for the kill.
This puck is doing a lot better than I thought he would, though. Tied with CS almost.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Yeah.
attack.
I mean, Ori's a good player.
That he is. That he is. 23-22. Nana here on the Shadow Fiend against 19-4. On puck. That's a lot of denies, man. Oh, I guess that is the Cox.
15 were from the Cox.
That's true. So it's really 26-7.
Yeah.
Think about it that way. Yeah, good point. But still being won, of course, by Nana. As you pointed out, that's really expected right here. But Ori, it's just a matter of, how does he recover off of this? He's going in, actually. This could be a big kill once again, but no Dream Coil just yet. Of course, still being level 5. Gets a Crush to assist.
Nice should be off cooldown very soon.
Crush going to be coming off good, as you mentioned. Bottom lane, Young 11, he should be fine. Fairy Fire going to save him initially with the magic wand.
Press up.
Another Crush and more auto attacks. That's a kill in the end. So he tried his darnest. Wasn't to be.
I'm not sure why they have 3 heroes bottom, actually. It's just a Tide, and Tide is really not the hero they're trying to protect here at all.
Man, thinking about last game, he was really annoying last game, but Ori, meanwhile, Dream Coil to 2 different heals. Landham comes in with a Crush and a Waning Rift to finish off Carlos. So it kind of goes back to not only are they not able to assist middle lane, but then rotating over, they die on the way.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what Mineski actually wants to accomplish with this lane setup.
Yeah.
Because Morphling is free farming, your SF is getting pressured a lot, and in turn you get like a poor Tidehunter, but he doesn't need to be very rich in this game. He can just go Mana Boots into Blink, he will still have the same impact.
I guess it secures the farm on Vengeful, which is what you were saying. They need a good start on Vengeful, right? So, but can Vengeful do just fine against Hedon herself, I guess? So.
They're going on him again. He's actually just going to be dead again.
No Dream Coil, it doesn't matter. That damage increase from the auto attacks of Ancient Apparition is so good.
You see the big issue with what I said about SF earlier already? If you don't have support heroes that can really protect him or save him, he's going to have a really rough time. And it should be the Ogre taking the ganks for him. But even then, it's not really good because you're still going to feed the puck kills. And this lane is supposed to be like 7-3 for SF.
Yeah.
And this puck is actually having an amazing time.
Well, and then the idea of Shadow Fiend naturally, where he's one of the worst heroes to die on. Obviously, any hero's bad to die on, but for the obvious reason, the souls, they go away. It gets bad. So sure, he can recover, especially with the changes to Raze, but it's you never want to be in that position.
And now that they give so much space to the Tidehunter again, simply because of the mid lane, they have to really worry about this Shadow Fiend now. Level 6 Tidehunter actually already.
Doesn't have his Ravage yet, he's sitting on the point. Okay. Waiting for the necessity there. But yeah, we'll see if he follows suit from last game. He went that early Hood, at least, into earlier on Blink.
Clockwork is level 6 now, so we can expect a rotation from him soon, I would think. He has a Ring of Health in his quick buy. Is he going Vanguard?
I mean, that's could be a potential. Bottom lane, they really want Tide dead, man.
4 heroes bottom like that.
He has the raindrop on top of this. You mentioned 4 different heroes. Ignite Swap. They're using it all. There's the Ravage, and here comes support. Ori coming in with the Illusory Orb, the Drink Coil on 3 different heroes himself. Not only is Titanhunter going to live, but the turn potential is real. Crush on top of Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend's definitely melting away. Titanhunter even goes back in. Whoa. And here comes a waveform from Paparazzi. It's an absolute disaster for Mineski in the middle of this fight. They're going to lose 3 heroes. Maybe a 4th if Coddle can't get away from this. He should be fine, but what a turn. Okay, Titanhunter ends up dying after all of that, actually. The aura. Oh, yeah, the aura. The illusion actually ends up killing him, but still. Yeah. That was, you know what, if you're Titanhunter, I think you're okay with that.
Definitely, and brings up the question, how are they going to recover from this? Because we said if they don't dominate the lanes, they're going to have a rough mid-game.
Yeah.
And it looks very tough for them. 2k gold behind already in 9 minutes with an early game lineup like that is going to be hard to recoup from that.
Hate to be negative Nancy's over here, but you are right, man. It feels like a rough start. And what do we say time and time again, too? I feel like I've been suggesting this event, not that it's a strange thing to suggest or not the obvious, but Titanhunter is so difficult to kill. Yep. And that was 4 people going in. And clearly, ViCi Gaming was ready to respond with all the TPs.
They had a lot of time to respond, like around 10 seconds. They ravaged 4 heroes, and now they're just going top of the clockwork.
He's dead.
He's pretty much dead, yeah.
He's doing his darnest, but no chance. So Fender, credit for the kill right there. The arcane boots on him are just about finished. I believe a Veil's almost finished on Ori. So all these early momentum items are coming out.
Clockwork needs to start getting active now because he has been sitting on his level 6 and his hook for a very long time. And he hasn't tried to actually kill like an important hero yet. He was kind of just sitting top and farming while his team was fighting bottom. Which Ice is kind of known for, like kind of just pushing out the lanes and getting big. But I don't think Clock is the right hero to do that.
Clock's not a hero to do that. No, he's one that wants to get level 6 and then gank. I mean, you're not wrong there. So, is there an obvious spot that he should be doing that in? Is it the middle or the bottom, a certain hero, or what?
Well, I feel like bot lane, for example, if he was there, the Tide would have definitely died because he can't just run away like that. Yeah, and if they want a team fight like that, Clock has to be there, I think.
Okay.
He's like a very big impact hero right now, and they need to use him.
Well, Tiny's just not only taking out their jungle, but pulling the creep wave to help assist, and Young 11, he's got the hit of Defiance.
Going back into the hood again,
Ravage almost off cooldown. Swap, waveform though, pretty good against that. Not enough block to okay, there he takes over the bench. Well, the hookshot's actually going to miss. Paparazzi coming back into the actual Morphling form. And once again, they're coming in to respond. Here we go. Ice Blast, it's going to hit a couple. Lucio Orban, he does have a Dream Coil. Will he cast it? Absolutely. On 2 heroes. Vengeful Spirit 1. The Vengeful Spirit just simply in panic mode. Trying to run. There's a Ravage once again. And ViCi Gaming is just absolutely destroying here in the early game. The TP out from Shadow Fiend. But Ogre's going to fall. Clockwork just simply trying to stay alive as long as possible. Ice Vortex will slow him down here. And Ice might actually get away in the end, but Ice Blast up in 10 seconds, by the way.
Oh, snipe him. Looking for it.
You know it's going to come.
Yeah.
Just a matter of will it hit. 5 seconds.
Well, he's kind of safe. Well, he's TPing back now anyways.
No, he's good.
But yeah, like, his teamfight prowess is just unbelievable. They have Tide, they have AA, they have Puck, and Dire basically doesn't have any heroes to save anyone. That means if they even just ravage the SF, he's gonna die. Well, he didn't die here because they didn't completely focus him. But we can see it in the replay.
I understand being desperate here in a sense for Mineski, but are they really ever killing the Morphling there? No. Swapping a Magic Missile is not going to work.
He didn't even morph up that much.
Yeah.
Like, he still has way more to go than that. See, he's 1.2k health left. There's no way you're getting through that early. Then, of course, the amazing Ice Blast on 2 heroes. And then just he walks in with Tidehunter and manages to ravage 4 people.
Yeah. Oh,
this is what I want to see.
Okay, well, Tidehunter, he's tanking it up, man. Ice Blast comes out. I'm almost just like, not saying because I'm just so worried. I'm like really analyzing the minimap. Are there anyone come? Okay, no, we're good. Mineski gets the kill.
Yeah. Was a good kill. That's what I wanted to see from the Clock.
There you go. They find one, and meanwhile, though, at the top lane, Coddle jabs. Good job with the blinding light, and actually will survive because of that. So he's trying to farm elsewhere and make use. Get that earlier on Ags, but
they want to dive.
He's going 4 staff.
They want to dive him, but he knows it, and he's out.
Drink well?
Oh, just the max range.
Ori, man. Perfect. This guy, you know, we were talking to him in the break right there, and personally, I feel like Ori's been one of those mid players. Hold that thought, because middle lane Paparazzi going at it, gets the kill on a Clockwork. She's like, "Hi, Shadowfiend, what's up?" Remember your teammate? He's dead. Going back to Ori though, he was honestly within this last year, especially, he's been one of the more impressive mid players for me personally that has really stepped up onto the scene here.
I mean,
So-
Ori used to just be a pop star, but he's completely transitioned now into the big field, you know, the field
Yeah.
of the pros.
Where you are.
Where I am,
Been.
will be
Still
again.
left. Still left.
Yeah. We'll be back eventually.
This cast isn't about you, Black. Come on out.
I'm sorry. Well, then let's make it about Paparazzi, because we said Morphling is going to get unstoppable if he gets a free farm early game. He's had free farm. He's found a couple of solo pickoffs. 1,000 gold for his Lincoln Sphere. And after that Lincoln Sphere...
Is it the Ethblit? Are we seeing the whole shotgun build still? The ethereal blade?
Shotgun is very viable, especially against heroes like Coddle and SF, because SF is very squishy too.
Yeah.
He's pretty underfarmed right now as well. See, like 1.2k health. He will instantly die if he doesn't get his health up. And yeah, this Morphling is going to become a huge problem.
God, what does Nana get here? Speaking of that on Shadow Fiend, he doesn't even have anything queued up. He has 1,500 gold.
He needs a BKB, for sure. But you
But
don't want to
can
go BKB first.
Yeah, you can't really do that.
Like Dragonlance into BKB used to be a really good SF build.
Okay.
But honestly, if you do that, the BKB might even be too late. So, I mean, he's going to have problems
Tough
itemizing
game.
for sure.
Yeah.
Because he's against Tidehunter AA Puck, you need a BKB. He's against Morphling, BKB won't really help. As well as Slaughter. He amplifies you through BKB, you're just going to die anyways.
Can he go BKB because they do have the Bloodlust, because they have the Vengeful Spirit? Like, those are damage amps for him, technically.
He can go BKB, but what about... Yeah, he has a Dragonlance queued up right now, so he's probably going to go Dragonlance into BKB.
Okay.
Anything other than BKB after Dragonlance would really surprise me, like Shadowblade or something. That would be pretty game losing if he did that.
Top lane, Clockwork. He's pretty deep for this, though, so Lan M is getting low, but Ice, he's also getting low. It'll be a one-for-one trade.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good trade for ViCi nonetheless. They traded the support for the offlaner.
Yeah. You do not mind that, so Clockwork has not really been able to find the best hook shots this game yet.
Yeah, and the Tide who was struggling is actually completely back into the game. Same net worth as the SF, who was supposed to be the richest this game.
Yeah. Not good. Vengeful, though. Mask of Madness, Power Treads. That's what you want to see early on.
Yeah, funnily enough, the Coddle actually very rich. He's
Oh,
building
you're
into
right,
an
yeah.
Aghanim. He already has a 4-staff.
Coddle can do that, though. He has been kind of farming it. He clearly has played this hero before, has jabs, and that's what you want to see on your Coddle, right? Just kind of farming his own lane, jungle a little bit.
I haven't seen his Coddle too much, but if he is as good as like GH or something, he can definitely carry this game.
Jeez, pressure's on, man.
The GH Coddle is...
That's some pressure. That's like saying if he's as good as Black's anti-mage. Come on now.
Yeah, I mean, it happens sometimes, you know, the moments of brilliance, where you're just like in the zone, and
course.
everything you do is just perfect.
Oh, that's a dead ogre. Brush into the waveform, and oh, maybe not. Well, okay, well, it's definitely dead ogre. It's just a matter of can Mushi do anything? Mushi could die, I guess. That's part of what's happening. Steals the Vengeful Spirit himself, uses the Magic Missile, comes back into the Morphling, and switching into that strength, so it'll be fine. But Ori's like, no, you're not out of here just yet. The Corrosive Phase, of course, still up the auto attack, stealing plenty. And eventually it was a long kill, but they get a Paparazzi credit. They do kill Tidehunter at the top lane, so something positive.
This Tidehunter's making a lot of space, though. Like, they lost the offlane for carry as well as the support, so it was a good trade for ViCi once again. And what I wanted to note is Paparazzi is actually one of the only heroes who really, not heroes, players who use the new morph to its fullest.
In like middle fights, kind of swapping in and out, you think? Or
Exactly.
by the way, that's a... Is this a turn kill?
Nah, he's not gonna die.
Okay.
Or is he?
Ori.
Ah,
no,
he missed the orb. Yeah. If he didn't miss that, SF would have died, but it was a very like sticky spot to go into anyways, so it's kind of risky. But yeah, what I was talking about is in the middle of the fight, he takes over like whoever, and then gets damaged quite a bit, and then morphs back, because the last patch introduced that he gets back to full health if he morphs back to... just if he morphs back to the original form, right?
Yeah,
and he abuses that like a lot. I haven't really seen other players do that as much, so I'm really happy that he read the patch notes, I guess.
That's what you're pointing out, yeah. He actually has practiced this before, thank God. That's, you know, we really hope for that.
Yeah. He is going into the shotgun, by the way. Almost Ghost stepped up on him if he chooses to go for that first, which most players do because it gives a lot of good stats.
So I know, again, when we were having this conversation, you were talking about Morphling. You were suggesting that people were building this old school build of this, and they were maybe frustrated because it wasn't working as well. Do you think that this still is a good build, a viable build, or what is this other build that you
I mean, definitely. Like, look at the Shadow Fiend. He should have like 1,500 health right now, just about there.
Yeah.
And if he gets shotgun, he's just dead. Right, one Ravage, one stun, shotgun, you're
So
dead.
it's still viable,
It's very viable still, and it's still very strong. Slaughter picked up his Blink Dagger, by the way, and they instantly smoked with it. They're gonna get the top tower pretty much for free. Like, Mineski might want to fight it, but if they do, they will die.
Slaughter's gonna force a fight right here. Puck follows it out. The Ice Blast takes out Coddle, takes out Shadow Fiend. Ice, at least trying to get the turn on the lane, and we'll set it up with a tower finish. So
He's happy with that.
who's happy with that?
Slaughter? I mean, Ice is happy with that too.
Oh,
but of course, ViCi is gonna be really happy with that trade.
I was gonna say, yeah, ViCi's very happy.
They're gonna get the top tower as well. But you know, Ice got some good levels. He must be happy inside.
Yeah. I like this talent, the waveform attacks targets. That was something else we saw with the tiny synergy that one game.
There's actually more to it than you would originally think, but I'll get into that soon.
They catch Fenrir by they, I mean Ice. So again, in another case, at least he gets the kill, but he'll die in response.
Again, it wasn't a good kill because he basically just made the morph become stronger.
Yeah.
You don't really care much about the AA because you're an AA, you know? Well,
you're fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
I understand what you're saying. As a support player myself, that beats plenty.
Yeah. Well, what I was getting at is during waveform, you can actually auto-attack targets.
Yeah.
That means if you wave over someone, you can actually attack them like 2 to 3 times, depending on your attack speed. Because you can, during waveform, also still attack.
He actually auto-attacks while he's...
Exactly.
Okay, see, I read it as like he just throws in an auto-attack,
he does that, exactly. There's like a +1 auto-attack extra. But you can cast during waveform, and you can auto-attack during waveform.
Okay.
So you can effectively like hit 2 or 3 times, especially with the waveform talent, if he chose that, the +300 range.
He did, yeah.
No, he went for 10 agility
later,
instead.
okay.
Yeah. So he didn't opt to go for that, but still, like 2 3 auto-attacks hurt a lot from a Morphling at that stage of the game. He's hitting for a good 200 right now.
Ethereal Blade, it's almost finished. 2,500 gold saved up, so...
Even this Ogre, who's supposed to be really tanky, is just going to blow up.
Did I just see that right? I think I saw a Shadow Blade being delivered at Puck. That's not a Shadow Blade on Puck, is it? No, okay. Was it something else? No, he just got the Blink recently. Somebody just got a Shadow Blade delivered.
Well, I hope it was not SF.
It might, well, hold that thought, because Young 11, he's going to trap to the Cog. He's like, all right, you want to fight? Let's pick it 5 inches. In comes the waveform for the side as well. The Cog's going to be wearing off, and Clockwork definitely dead. Vengeful Spirit puts the Magic Missile down. The Strength form, though, for Paparazzi. He's going to be more than taking up double kill as a result of that. You see Shadow Fiend, he's trying to live. That ain't going to work. He eventually explodes into thin air. Paparazzi, the adaptive strike on a Ninja Boogie, helping to finish him off as well. Guess what? The same theme as always. ViCi Gaming, nobody dies. And they're going to completely wipe out Mineski most likely.
One more hit.
Oh, one more hit. He's going. You know he's going.
His region anyway.
Oh, Slaughter's got it. Don't worry. He's got his back.
Lionel's like, I got you, bro.
5 for nothing.
But yeah.
Wow.
So how did this fight start? They're all going to Tidehunter. Where's target to go on? He gets a 3-man Ravage for free, basically. He doesn't even have a Blink Dagger because they all just go on him. And then right after that, they focus the Morphling. Really bad target to go on because he just morphs up to like 3k health. So both of them get half HP, but none actually died. So it was a 5-0 trade, and they're in some big trouble, man.
Yeah, it continues to be that, again, that theme here for Mineski, unfortunately. But 21 minutes into the game, it is still fairly earlier on.
Yeah.
But again, Mineski's lineup isn't really built to...
It's not built for late game,
yeah. It's not built to be like, all right, we'll take it to the late game style, so...
So we see it, Tidehunter free 3-man Ravage because they all just auto-attack him. And then Morphling jumps in, and then they all turn to Morphling.
He got initially stunned right there, but did he even ultimate? Did Paparazzi ultimate?
No, he did not.
He
did not.
Oh, he held on to it.
Yeah, and then he just morphed up and didn't die eventually.
Coddle tried his best. There's that Shadow Blade. Okay, it was Vengeful.
Oh, Vengeful, all right.
That makes a little more sense.
I really feel like it needs a BKB also, though.
Oh. He goes, he's the one explodes. That just looked hilarious. Ori, is he actually getting out of this? He is, isn't he? Blink. Fire Blast done, not gonna matter. He's still going, man. Ori's got the jukes, the jibes. He's just dancing all over Mineski here.
He's gonna escape.
Another Blink in 1 second. Boom, shakalaka. Loser. They're really chasing, man. Paparazzi gets the Aegis meanwhile.
Oh, they actually killed Roche. Yeah. I didn't actually realize that.
Yeah, keep doing your thing.
The mob also finished E-Blade, by the way. He hasn't used it yet, but I'm just waiting for that SF. Show yourself, SF. Expose yourself to Morphling.
BKB's almost finished, at least.
Yeah.
So
I'm surprised the Venge didn't go for BKB because he can't really teamfight now with the Shadow Blade.
Yeah.
They have to try to go for pickoffs, which is hard against Tide, Puck, and Morphling. But that's what he chose to go for, and he has to make it work somehow now.
If he goes this and straight into Silver Edge, does it make more sense? Like maybe to break the crack and shit? Like.
But the thing is, Tide is not the only problem they have. Like, even if they kill Tide, they're still gonna deal with the Puck and Morphling. And they need to be able to teamfight better.
Morphling.
I really like ViCi's lineup, man. They have like everything. They have objectives, they have tower push, they have team fight, they have late game secured. Lanham is a good captain.
He's a very good cat. ViCi Gaming has been one of the hot teams lately, no doubt.
Yeah.
Of course, they're coming off, their second place in the Dota Pit event, which was post-patch. That was the first event really post the patch in 7.07. This is kind of the second one here, really the second big one, at least. And it's no surprise to see, especially what happened there, that ViCi Gaming is, again, looking good here in Shanghai.
I really like this Alchemist graph. Like Morphling looks like an Alchemist right now compared to the Dire Heroes.
Yeah.
If you look at that.
Just
like
way up there.
16k net worth, whereas like SF is like 9k net worth.
You would appreciate those numbers. Morph target allies. There we go. So now he gets to level 20.
So now he can, I don't know, take Slaughter, I guess.
It's like, what does he do? I mean, sure, he has the option now. That's the good thing. Ori? He's fine. It's just a matter of what he does with it.
Morphling's dipping in. He wants to shotgun him.
Ice is trying, man. There's the shotgun, and there's the dead ogre, and they want more.
And that was without Adaptive Strike, by the way. That was just a shotgun.
No. Yeah, that's a lot of damage.
Yep.
Yeah, they got to be worried about that. So, yeah, very, very failed gank there by Mineski. Again, they try, but it kind of goes back to your point. It's like they have the Shadow Blade, they need a gank. Who do they gank, though? And Puck was one of those. It's like, can they really gank a Puck? We kind of find out the answer right there. It's just so difficult. Fenrir's going to be swapped. He just Ice Blast immediately in the face.
Puck
He may end up dying right here, but yeah, they're going to go for a turn kill. As there's that crush hitting. A nice job with the Blinding Light pushback initially. Illuminate on through. Keeping Vengeful Spirit alive for the time being. Actually going to turn Lanham as well. So 2 for nothing. That's positive for Mineski, actually.
All credits to Mushi. The Puck TP was cancelled because he killed the creep he was BOTing on.
Oh, that's what that was. Okay.
That's why Slaughter also went in, because if Puck is there, they will actually just turn the fight around and kill all of them. So well played by Mushi. But again, they're like trading for a mid-tier 2 tower. But when you're that far behind, you have to take all the trades you can. Like, they absolutely cannot teamfight them.
Oh no.
Ow,
oh no.
ow.
What were you doing? He was not expecting that burst damage. He goes down. He does a lot of return with the death, but it's just not going to be enough. In fact, Paparazzi, remember, he still has the Aegis, even worse case, so he was not expecting that burst though, man.
Looks like my dream was accomplished.
What's that?
That Shadow Fiend exposes himself to Morphling.
Got you.
And we just saw the solo
kill. We did
kill.
get to see it, yeah.
Yep.
And there's another one.
I mean, if you're clocked Ice to solo Puck, that is already a really bad sign, because Clock is supposed to be really tanky, and Puck is one of the heroes that doesn't actually deal too much damage.
That shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
I have Scotty on Morphling.
Finished up. Man,
Ouch.
he's so damn huge.
Look at all that agility, man.
Yeah, he's a monster.
Yeah. Moving so fast.
I want him to take the Ogre over and use Bloodlust on himself.
We'll see.
Please.
We'll see. He's just going to end up dying right here. He's like, all right, whatever. Oh, no, never mind. He's Morphling. He's fine.
Well, he wants to die at this point. So.
It feels like he wants to die. I mean, you just see how low he's keeping himself. He's like, yes, please. There you go. Thank you.
Even morph down. Wave me.
Thank you for killing me, guys. All right, he's back up.
They can't teamfight this. SF only has half souls. And BKB actually still on cooldown too.
That's true, yeah, the half souls.
Yeah. So first Medirex goes to VG. Yeah. Morphling working on the BKB. Once he gets the BKB, he's immortal.
He's literally unstoppable, yeah.
He's
Unless
immortal.
he has like an obvious complete misplay, but yeah, Paparazzi, not a player to really do that often, if ever.
907. He's having a pretty damn good game.
Pretty good stat line right there. And a minus on clock.
He actually went back to Midas on clock.
Trying to recover.
Yeah.
The old-fashioned way. Look at 9-0-7, 7-0-14 Puck, by the way.
Yeah, I mean Ori and both Ori and Paparazzi, they're like having amazing games.
Amazing series.
Clock actually got a Radiance queued up. I'm very curious about that.
Ice, man. He's like, all right, if you guys aren't going to carry, I'm going to take over this game.
I'm going to carry you guys then, yeah.
Look at me. I'm the carry now, you know. Everyone knows what I'm talking about there.
But VG's offlane actually took over the Shadow Fiend in terms of net worth. Oh, not anymore. Never mind.
Nope.
Oh, can I kill the Puck?
Ori, this will be the first death. That's a good bounty.
Vale is honestly...
Bottom lane, by the way.
So strong against his minus armor counters.
Clockwork's dead, yeah.
Yep.
So, kill him down here in the meantime. You see Puck is he's just buying time. Space created as it goes. Oh, well, okay. They might actually get him here now. Yules into a blink, into a... Well, I'll do a phase shift into a blink. Into an illusory orb. That wasn't the best distance, but...
And TP out.
He's gone. And meanwhile, bottom lane being pushed.
Yeah. By the way, Ice, that wasn't just a feed. He had to show... All right, Jeb is that.
I mean, we got great observers here, but nobody's going to catch that.
Yeah.
It's just like...
Yeah, I wanted to note that it wasn't just a random feed by Ice. He had to make it look like very unobvious that he can actually get the pick off top. Because if everyone doesn't show in the lane, they will never show like that.
Oh no, Shadow Fiend, Requiem channel attempt. He possibly could be after. He's trying to do anything so desperate right here. It's a triple kill for Paparazzi. Meanwhile, though, GGs are called. And game 2 of the series will go to ViCi Gaming. And I mean, overall, pretty dominating performance. Game 1, a little bit of life from Mineski, but game 2, really not so much.
Well, we spoke about the Mineski draft being very one-dimensional.
Yeah.
They lose the early game, they lose the game. That's pretty much what happened. More free farm. Puck actually won the lane against SF, whereas SF is supposed to crush that lane with the soul advantage he had. And then, of course, Tidehunter suffered, but he's a Tidehunter. He got like after the first 4-man Ravage bot lane, it kind of almost sealed the deal.
It goes, well, there was that fight, exactly. That right there is what really put all that in momentum and kind of guaranteed the victory for ViCi Gaming, it seemed like. But you talk about one of the big things that stood out to me in your analysis of your early game was the tri-lane bottom. They were really making a point to, I guess, get farm on Vengeful, lock down the time. It just felt weird. It's like, why though?
Okay. What needs to happen is
here?
Kotl can stay bottom for sure because Venge can't 1v1 a Tide. So Kotl stays bottom, and then the Ogre protects the SF middle. He has to just, like, even if Ogre dies and SF doesn't, it's good for them.
Okay.
But what happened is SF died 2-3 times, and they just completely snowballed out of control after that.
We knew going into this event, and let alone the main event, that ViCi Gaming was going to be a scary team, but were they going to be that scary, you think, Black?
Well, top of the group.
Feeling pretty good so far.
Feeling pretty good so far. I have no idea who's going to stop them. Maybe LYF or LFY. Sorry, I always mix it up for some reason. I don't know why.